Mission 7, Minehead Mariner. A special Minehead Mariner service originating from York is about to arrive for a crew change. You'll be running the last leg of the journey up to Minehead. So, hey guys, and welcome back to the West Somerset Railway. So, with the release of the Class 33 DLC just a couple weeks ago, basically, 3 new scenarios came out from it. And so, the next 3 weeks, we'll be playing these services on a Tuesday. And, yeah, it should be quite a good one. So, I guess this one being the least amount of routes, because 3 new DLC that came out in quite quick concession. So, on 3 days of the week, we'll be playing a lot of train sim worlds. And so, it should be a lot of fun. Especially for the train sim fans on this channel. So, at this point, we're now waiting for the service to arrive. So, originated from York, as basically the West Somerset Railway, unlike a lot of these heritage railways, it is actually connected to the Great Western Main Line National Rail Service still in action at the south. So, means that this one could originate in York, as the mission suggested, and passengers could board and change throughout the day. So here comes the 33 now. I'll toot some horn there. So it's our job just to basically finish off the mission, which will be about 70-75 minutes, depending on how long it will take us, really. Too bad. Let's head to the front and let's get ourselves ready for the next bit of service. So, off we go. Close door behind us. Sit ourselves down. The passengers door should already be unlocked, as they are. And in terms of getting going, it shouldn't be too much of a hassle. So, I mean, we did do the live stream of this train, which was going through tutorial and whatnot as well. So, yeah, I've got some basic idea of how to run it. The only, concern I've got, really, is just the braking. I mean, even then, I haven't still properly mastered that. So, yeah, it shouldn't take too long. Just kind of, really get ourselves to the grips of the train. And it should be quite a fun one. I mean, the Class 33 is not maybe the #1 classic of British Railway, but it did last a fair few years in service. It's like 40-50 years in service. And there are 1 or 2 of them still actually in heritage services these days, but not many of them, I'm afraid. Not many of them survive. So, everything now get going. Doors will close very shortly. Actually, no, not. We're about halfway through. So, in fact, if we just walk around, do our inspection, as these train drivers would be doing. I mean, in terms of everything, it's a very nicely detailed train. This, I mean, I believe this is one of Matt Pedalson's favourites, so of course he put a lot of time and care into it. I will say, train sim world trains do look phenomenal when compared to standard train simulators and whatnot. I mean, compared to the original game as well, the amount of detail you can really get in this game, it is beautiful. It is beautiful. The fact you can just stand up, walk around, explore every aspect of the train stations, you don't get that in many games, which is why I am quite a budding fan of train sim world. I do enjoy the railways myself. It would be nice to actually drive a train one day, but that's probably not going to happen anytime soon, or ever. Okay, right there if we need it. Otherwise, I think we're just going to sit down. Yeah, same light here. One over on the side, I believe, as well, for that light. Where's light on the side? There's a little bulb above. Yeah, there's a little bulb above. Hang on, is this to fix? Yeah, fix both switches, fair enough. Right, sit down, lock the lefts. This train should be active, and no it's not. Master key on, reverse forward, throttle off, brake off. It's running. Standard require that. Handbrake is released. That should be that. Is there anything else I may have missed, although it's unlikely. Right, get going. First station will be Crowcombe Heathfield at 10:20 seconds, about 10 minutes. Switch at throttle since this is a fairly slow departure from the station. I must remember that the West Somerset Railway, the line speed is not exactly the fastest in the world, so nice, slow and gentle. The majority of this journey, why it will take so long to do it. center throttle on, but not any power in. That should just keep the train rolling. Some power in, just so it doesn't slow down too much. There we go. Nice. So, crash ending the steering train. Right delivery actually leaves the line to give some windows go up again. Yes, it does 25. Go back to the front. Get ourselves nice little camera position in there. Let's just put the throttle up, get some more power into the train. The efficiency, 1958 British Railways. Just thick black sooty smoke coming out of the train there. We are going uphill. I don't want to neutral it just yet. Just to bring that power a fair bit. Sound the whistle. There it goes, yeah. A little bit more throttle in, not much. That does keep the train going quite nicely. Again, got to reach ourselves to 7/4 as well. Now they used to work. Right, 7/4. That's 3 miles to Crowcote Heathfield. By the 7/4. Slow and steady. Basically what you kind of want in these trains. Also, I will say, with the release of the Northern Transpennine, they have actually reworked the rear passenger cars, and the sound of the rolling Mark 1s and Mark 2s actually are now pretty fantastic. I do like them, as they just roll. No motor, no nothing, just a couple bogies rolling on the track, and they do sound great now, especially compared to the original sounds. And the rain also has definitely been improved with Doctor games, and just overall, the entire field of train sim mod is definitely getting better. Definitely getting better as time goes on. Not perfect, but you know, I'm definitely seeing a lot more realistic movement of the trains. Something that a lot of people were waiting for. The last couple of DLCs, they have kind of shown that, especially with the 101 of the manual throttle. That one is a pain to get going. Not really, in this I can get going in that train, no problem. It's just braking it I am a complete disaster in. So yeah, that's something I'm going to have to continue to learn. Otherwise, it's not looking too bad so far. Not too bad. And of course, you've got the modern services of the New York one, the LIRR, Railroad. Now it's a very nice little system, that, and just because of the fact that it's a metro service, or at least here and thereabouts that, it gives you more of a natural feel to driving your train on the stop up. As I've said a few times before, I do quite like my high speed but stopping services. So the Class 166 Great Western Express GWR route, that one still is my #1 go-to train because it can get fast, about 90 miles per hour. But at the same time, it's a stopping service, so it does have 30 stops. One long distance portion between Reading and Twyford to Maidenhead. Even then, it's not too demanding. You've got plenty of time to get up to speed, plenty of time to slow down, a couple of speed changes, signal changes when you're changing tracks at both ends. It just is a nice train, nice route to run. about halfway there now. 27 miles to go. For a couple of minutes. I mean, at our current rate of speed, was 10:23 now, 10:27 to arrival. We left about 10 minutes. Clock. 1.5 miles in 2024. 3 minutes. Yeah, that can be done no problem really. Most trains can do about a mile in a minute, so yeah, this just shows the speed they're going at. Was it 45 frost right now? 23 miles per hour. About 1 mile every 3 minutes. Or 6, yeah, every 3 minutes. 1 mile a minute, 60 miles per hour, with 3 times slower, so doing 3 less miles. Cows on the side of the track. Horses, actually I don't think there were any horses. We had cows, we had sheep, we had pigs, but no horses in West Somerset, obviously. Tractors to our right. So there it goes. Especially like a licensed tractor. That's the one for it. That's what I can go as far to see it. Slowly go across the countryside. Yeah, it's just a generic tractor model. I mean, if Delta Games had the licensing to say farming simulator or whatnot, then I'm sure they put a bit more time into the actual licensing of that tractor, but hey. Good destination of mine, so that's actually pretty good. White, red, orange, A, B, C, D, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, nothing for Minehead right now. Said that the max speed of the train is 85 miles per hour, plus 23. So that's a plaque for it's the Rail Birmingham Railway Carriage Company. Oh no. Oh. Does that mean the SD hill works? Or, oh yeah, okay, the SD does work. I do have it there, but yes, the Birmingham Railway Carriage and Wagon Company, or Rail, as they're known. Train. So I have a year on that, it said 1958. It's in that far off actually. The house station is coming up very shortly now, so I shall be. Plus 5 miles per hour, now we're standing up, so let's carry on with that. Just get back on speed again, since we're using that far to go. Bear in mind we need to be at the station in about 15 seconds. Hopefully that can put mine close slightly. Do. Now visible, so throttle comes off and braking. Line up to 20. Station. About 10 miles per hour. Just a bit crosswinds, a little faster than that. Light adjustments here and there. Train slow to the end of the line. There we go. Crowcombe Heathfields. Ground, so slow down at any points. Stop for the red signal. Knowing me, that's always been a bit of a task, to say the least. Nice and gently. Nicely done. Knock left. Passengers will now change over. About a minute late, but that needs to be caught up by the next station. Passengers will now board and embark where required. In fact, let's go change the destination board quickly, see what that actually looks like. So right now it's black. Switch that to white. So I'm going to go to another colour one there, orange. And there should just be like an orange. Oh yeah, there's like a little orange sheet there. So if I wanted to, I mean there are two numbers, so if I want to say like speed train number 15, so 1 and 5, it's a bit sticky, 4, 5, I didn't have the number 15, oh 51 even, sorry, on the front. So let's sort that around, shall we? 1. Doors, that's fine. Close that behind me. Let's put the braking off and throttle up. Yeah, brakes are still discharging. That's 5 while we wait. And throttle goes up. There you go. Parking route starts increasing and the train will get going. Green signal, it's fine. Horn, and off we go. So you must remember that's 20 miles per hour. Speed limits due to the signpost that's just one station. That will increase as we do get past that bridge, I believe. Just waiting for us to get off the points basically, which is what we need. A little bit faster, so we actually have about a minute to catch up. Willerton in 5.5 miles. Quarter to 11, we need to get there, it's running half past. So it should be alright in terms of timing. As they say, it's not illegal to go slightly fast, the speed limit on British Rail. On the Heritage Line, it probably is a little bit more important to do so. Like I said, I'm now trying to catch up on time and set a whistle. 3. No, it's not that. There goes this N, the low horn. High, low, high. The tree colour horn in. Oh, there goes the W. Oh, I'm just going to train down a bit, so you're going way too fast on the downhill portion. Release the brakes, take a couple moments for it to completely drain the valves. Back in, start accelerating again momentarily. Can't tell, I'm definitely more a fan of modern trains with electric brakes. Not these air valve pressured brakes that take forever to just decharge. I mean, besides the brake in the first place, that's fairly quick. But if you're trying to get rid of the brake pressure, that takes way too long, these older trains. I'm sure they're brand new, they actually weren't too slow, but as time went on, as it got older, obviously these systems start to wear down a tiny bit. Now, as we are going downhill, some light braking on. Just to stop it from getting too fast. Brake at the moment. Yeah, don't even need to brake at all right now. Just going quite steady going 24. Time wise, brake a little bit ahead, but hey. Off. Train over the points. Point solar crossing. Few counting, aren't they? Yes, they are. Cows down the side of the track. Quite nice at the moment. Just information on all these trains. The window too. Sound of the trains squealing. That's this train going over full speed again. Just brake again. He's just trying to balance the right braking. Just about past the line. Just enjoys a bit moving downhill until we get to Williton, and then it starts going uphill again. I believe this is the longest break without a station on the entire line. Yes, it is. Just over halfway down the service, really. Leaves an initial application for now. Completely reads the brakes until I'm back up to speed. Really, it's just bouncing between the two. So I'm going to accelerate again. Application, start going down again. Quite stable at 27. Yeah, but those are slightly dragging though. So, use it again. Keep on this little dial, got the speedo there, the bottom right, the white tick. A bit over the square, so we're accelerating again. Back to the application, just slow down the loads again. Keep there a little longer since we are going borderline 28 miles per hour now. Brake, whistle, horn, this station not stopping yet, so I'm right through. This again is just, no, we don't ever stop at really. Stockgun, but I think we maybe stopped here on one service. The entirety of the DLC, it's train somewhere west of Somerset Railway. Probably more. No, there is a halt. It's one by the beach, which I think we may be skipping as well because this isn't exactly meant to be a halt service. So, yeah, one or two stations we are missing out on. Yeah, they've been running now for a little while. We'll upload the 25 mile per hour line speed limit here. Go back up to application. We've got 7.5 minutes to get there. 7.5 minutes, 2.4 miles. That's a little better timing than the previous station, Bishops Lydeard. Sorry, it's Lydeard. Someone actually gave me like a correct pronunciation for it, but I've completely forgotten what it was. Bishops Lydeard, something like that. Lydeard. Bishops Lydeard. I do apologise for calling it Lydeard again. It's Lydeard. Gonna get it one day. I really should do. Otherwise it's breaking off. The fact that we are signing it over every single point in this bit of track is basically down to the fact that this is a heritage line, so trains aren't so often. So we just need to warn those on the line that there is a train coming. So there is a start going on at the moment, like a steam train or a diesel one. In this case it's diesel, because train simulators do not yet have steam trains. Come on, Pedalston, we know you're trying to get everything together for a steam train, but sooner than later would be preferable, because this line is fantastic in terms of visuals and whatnot, the West Somerset Railway, which just feels more like the West Somerset Railway, which is what's missing right now. And other than that, it's spectacular. I mean, the level of detail really get on this track. Because bear in mind, this is also the slowest of all the lines, 25 miles per hour the entire way. You do have a lot of time to look around and enjoy the scenery, which in this case is definitely plentiful. So, yeah. It's a nice one to have. Just give us a steam train, cover it all in black instead of ruin it. What's this camera I wanted? Okay, yeah, the problem's not going on at the moment, so we don't have any of the major smoke, but the smoke is not enough to ruin the beauty of this route. But nah, steam trains really would bring the West Somerset Railway together. Really show the heritage of the line as well. I mean, we could get a main line, maybe a Railway System Express like extension to it, so by the steam train, all modern trains get replaced with old ones. And it would be nice to also see if we can also get the original platforms then at, what's it? It wasn't Royal Lake, it was Westbourne Park. Back when Westbourne Park had a couple of, I think it was 2 or 3 mainline stations, mainline platforms, sorry, for the Great Western Main Line. These days it's only central line in Somerset City. They did used to have a mainline platform. So if it is like a back in history sort of route, it would be nice to have 1 or 2 station services stopping there as well. The main reason why they took out the platforms down to the fact that one, it was the way the San Hornby. Yeah, one was because it was too close to Paddington to really make it a viable stop, because you're taking the circle line at the time. Yeah, not many services really ever used it, and it's just a waste of time. So, 1997, they dismantled them basically. If you walk stations to this day, that you can still see where the original staircase used to be. That's about it really, just a bricked up hole in the wall. All that remains of the original platforms. And if you're riding service, you can see it does get a little bit wider around where they used to be, but even then, what, 21 years on, it's not too visible anymore. Very shortly we'll now use a bit more braking just to slow the train down. The semaphore is pointing downwards, as you can see on the left. That should be alright as we are. Also arriving about 2 minutes early by the time we do arrive at the station, so as for timing, we are now back on track. That may come down to the fact that we've just been balancing the independent brake for the tireless time. Past the bridge over there in front of the platform. The houses as well, the village of Wellington. Turn off the brakes for now. It should be fine speed to just roll in simply. There we go, sound whistle. That's sorry, that's speed sign 15. I'm just going to be using the horn this way. Main way how semaphores work, if it's straight, you need to carry on a certain line that you're already on. If it's down, it's to the left, if it's up, it's to the right. Basically how a semaphore works. There's a little light on it. Red means stop, like this one. And green means go. That's what like these days on signals as well. We'll replace the semaphores with a multi-light signal, where a little extension on the left and right of it will then tell you which line's going on. So we're going slightly after the platform, so that all the carriages can stop in time. Start braking. Nice and steady. Unlock left. There we go, 10-4 just jumps there. And we now watch our passengers disembark on board. So I thought on plan, I mean not here for too long, so I should stay seated. Just use a free cam instead. The rear carriage train should now just be on the platform. We could have started a bit earlier actually if we needed to, but it's not terrible at the end of the day. Yeah, let's get here quickly guys, since the train is about to depart. Halfway through the boarding process right now. If we go stick the camera up here then, like a train spotting view from the other platform. There you go, 3/4 of the way there. And very shortly, lock the exits. Wait until 10:46. That's about a minute we've now got to wait. Plenty of time to decharge the brakes. No, this didn't take such a long time. There you go. It's now down to, there you go. Set the number to 15 as well, which is our station, so that's what it's now nice to see. It's good to know the setup works really. The rear, I'll still say blank, which is the Chutster's ones. Yeah, but it's going to be black still. In fact, if I were to position the camera and the lights here. Yeah, in the flat texture actually, there's a little bit of a lift to it. So I'm sure if the lights were similar to turning from the other sides, then we can actually see a different shade of black as well. Yeah, there's little details you get in Train Sim World, which do really push the limits of what you can get in a train simulator compared to all the other games we've played in the past. Anyways, we'll be departing in about 2 seconds. There we go. It's nice, it really is nice. So we'll go press F5. I don't actually know what F5 does, but hey. We're going way too fast right now. Way too fast into this track. Whoops, I'm actually braking, but that breeze enough braking just to slow straight down. Going downhill at 0.5% gradient. Leave it on initial braking. Since the hill is now not so steep, a lot more adjusting on the brake, just keep it at 25 miles per hour. That track here is now basically level, so that's going uphill, so in fact leave the brakes to nearly let go of all its pressure. Just put a little bit of throttle in, just to keep the black white line. The square should be enough now actually. A little bit more throttle just to get you back up to 25. So bear in mind we did accelerate with some force just a couple of moments ago. I think we are going to be a little bit fast, a little bit early for the next station. Right, here's the halt for the beach. 15 through the station, it's fine. Basically, to stop at halts, passengers just hold out their hand basically as you do to a bus for a train to stop. So at 15 it would be enough for the train to slow down. In my case, yeah, I have not judged braking at all well. So we won't come to a complete halt. The train will accelerate beforehand, which was good. Counteracting my departure as well. Okay, leave it for now then. Downhill, which is more braking. police caravan in the old days of trains. You see the old rumbling once every 20 minutes, half an hour or so. One thing that I like, and also dislike about the Class 93, was the fact that if you had your brake active, the engine was not producing any power. So, while from a train's perspective, that means it will be conserving the brakes a little bit more so they don't wear down so easily. As a driver, is that my brakes now do need to be completely pressurised in order for me to accelerate again. So, someone who can't judge their braking to save their life, it makes for some fighting with the train, just get yourself going basically. So, one thing that I wouldn't mind leaving behind. Anyways, washing the next station. After washing that place. Yeah, Minehead again, fine. 11 o'clock we need to arrive. It's 10 minutes to go, 2 miles. Making good progress at the moment. Just the whistle. Right down to 10. We do run out of space between us and the crossing. This is one of the main villages through the station. Right shit. It's all where all the museums are as well for the line. Not the main one. Which one is it here? There's a boat one. Yeah, well, actually, boat museum. Boat one here. You like your trains, you like your boats, come to watch it. So rear of the train passes the speed limit side, we increase our speed to 20 miles per hour. It's going downhill now, so I'm just going to drop to max, pull itself out then. Go. It's a 1% uphill gradient, so it goes back to about 40%. There's a bit more depending on how the yeah, a little bit more just to keep the speed going. There we go. 55%. About a mile or so, I'll brake again. Now though, that's the other uphill, so I'll just keep the throttle just so I train down. Just at the same pace and do alright. Just the sound of the train rolling down the hills. And every time it goes over the track wells as well, it just sounds spot on. Spot on from Dotto Games. I mean, while it may not be the most comfortable to ride on in real life, that's exactly what you'd be hearing on those bit of track. Even on the inside train as well? Yeah, so there's little clicks even on the inside of the train. Maybe not as memorable for me. The inside, the outside especially, it's just spot on Dogtail Games. Well done. I love you. Yeah, we did go over one crossing point without sounding a whistle. The other side, sound, so a little more careful on that bit. It's not like there are any cars in the world to actually stop. Give us our world environments back. People to grab around the streets. Oh, okay. Get to the wrong place. Yeah, you need to manually put the wife back into the sides. So the old days of railway. My earliest memory on National Railway. I've been on London Underground for years before this, but my first real memory on National Railway, probably, I mean, they used to take. I remember there was one train in the UK with seatbelts. We went to Margate in it from London, but I don't remember much of the journey. I think it was a slow stopping set. It wasn't really slow stopping, it was an express train, but we did stop at every station on the way. So I don't have too many memories on that one. Otherwise, I remember buying a little like quiz book. I used to have like little crosswords and used to love like word searches and whatnot. So I had a little quiz book with me. Otherwise, it probably would just be to go on the Great Eastern Railway between Hayden Harlington and Hayden Harlington and Minehead. A little while ago now, maybe up to 2 years ago now, actually, I'd say. I did also take a high-speed train up to the Flight Sim show last year. But now that I have had a bit more freedom in life, I've definitely taken National Rail a lot more than I used to. Now, late for this one, tonight, so initial break just to slow down a bit. Running. See how far we go. If required, then more properly as well. Otherwise, we are 3 minutes early right now. 2 by the time we stop. That should be alright. There's this Washford, so not the biggest station on the line. Next station will be a little bit bigger. There we go. Unlock left. Passengers, do your thing. I mean, the entire train is in the station. This platform is massive. You have the grassy bit over here, where it's probably, I presume, like not so well like kept, and as a result, it's overgrown a bit. Oh, there's a bucket there. Sorry, but I do need to go grab that bucket. Continue our scavenge for the entire line. Just mess up the points in the process, so it affects me anyway. Affects the next train coming down, haha. Otherwise, let's grab the bucket behind the sheds. That's going to be number 8. Number 8, 15 fire buckets. And I know there are all those like walkthroughs on how to get all the collectibles in these routes, but here you go. Washford, home to Somerset and Somerset Railway Trust Museum and Workshops. Ah, yes, that's the workshop where they maintain all the speeding locos and whatnot. But what was I going to say? This one actually can't move because the weight of the train's on top of it. Ooh, okay, let's not mess with that one then, if it actually could affect my train. Hearing buzzing sound. Now maybe from my train itself. Train I now cannot enter. Okay, well she's oh, I can do. Although it's not as fun. Let's use Matt Pilson's cheat code, shall we? The teleport to the driver's seat button. I'm not sure how like public it is, but it's a nice little neat trick that Pedalson told me over Discord. So if you ever get stuck, you can just jump back into your train seat. Again, I won't say it just in case it's not totally public, but I mean it is just a key command, but hey. Anyhow, let us get ready to close the doors in about 30 seconds. The train actually has been changed over or whatnot. Passengers boarding and disembarking. If you really want to go to the platform, just like spot trains, you could just go through these bushes over here. It's not exactly much of a short. There you go, Washford Station, up the staircase. Museum and shop are open, that's always nice. Go to the gift shop as well, see what we can buy ourselves. Otherwise, yeah, let's just undo the brakes. Oh no, it's not a minute also. Okay, I do apologise. We don't go for the minute. There we are. Just casually waiting for the oh. No, don't roll. I especially don't want to roll. Oh, Train Sim World. The doors are locked now. That is a fire bucket. I believe it's full. Yes, it is. Yeah, we are going on a slightly uphill stretch of tracks, so the fact that we slightly rolled isn't exactly a mystery to us. I mean, that car's definitely a bit too fancy to be down in the Cornwall area. Most cars are probably of this age. I mean, they say that in Cornwall's the like region of the UK where there are like the highest amount of cars per people. It sounds the fact that in terms of connections and whatnot, there really aren't exactly much to do down here. Buses are rare, trains aren't exactly much anymore these days, and yeah, more people own cars, although they are also the oldest cars in the country as well, because they're so cheap for people to service and run. Yeah, we should be moving any second now. There we go. Uphill right there, but they'll go now. Well, we'll now idle the throttle. Just down the fact that last two times we were speeding. This one's perfect on 24, 25 miles per hour there. Someone give me a medal. Again, time for the initial and no braking. Down the track. Gradient is probably the steepest bit of track she's gone down. The braking is slower, really. Oh, sorry, it's Blue Anchor, then it's this station. So we actually have two more stops to go before we come to an end. I keep forgetting that Blue Anchor is a separate station, because it's not exactly the like a major station. I'm sure back in the day when this was actual main line, West Somerset Railway, it didn't have many stopping trains either. I won't use any throttle now to increase speeds, and let the momentum of the train on the downhill stretch track itself to pick up speed. going towards Bishops Lydeard. Definitely is. This is definitely the biggest struggle of track because it's such a steep gradient climb, 1.4-1.5 degrees. Going downhill's not too difficult, as I just mentioned the brakes, but even then it's not generally too difficult to do that either. This will brake 25% yet. That should be enough to keep it going on the straight path, but it's a little bit too slow now. Since we've just down 0.7, something it's way too late, but it's just now getting balanced into going too fast. Otherwise, arrival of your anchor shouldn't be too much of a hassle at this point now. Right, so. Throttle in terms of getting some boost in. Cut throttle now, so going to go too slow. So there's some more braking in, sorry. Come on, there we go, just slow it down slightly. That should carry us to the end of the station. Again, a few more camper houses just to our right. Not the kind of place I'd want to be sitting, or even sleeping early in the morning train coming by. Oh, okay, so the train does have AWS, and that's where you can change the end. Okay, that makes sense. That does make sense. I'm sure if AWS actually would be active on a heritage line. There's a chance it wouldn't be, but as I always say, I'm no expert when it comes to heritage lines. This is my number one, like research and whatnot. I think we're going to the left track now, so I might set on that. Yes, they are. Blue anchor, about 300 yards. See the platform now, it's just ahead of us, not too long really. Slowly but surely to the end of the line. We're still at the end, so no real flip that anytime soon. Full braking will do it nicely for me. I think it's a little bit early. Nothing to do about that now. Braking on. Probably rolling. I'm off the left. Hope the train actually has made the platform, which it has done actually. Yes, it has, so no problems with that. Yeah, table mustard or savoury. Table mustard or savoury mustard. What's your favourite, guys? Use the eye in the top right corner to vote your favourite type of mustard. If I haven't done it, then someone remind me to do it, and I'll say a vote for your mustard, of course, because that's the important part of the mission. We've got shredded suet in cardboard boxes, motor spirit oil, concentrated cocoa, newspaper, ooh, posters. I'm sorry, but those are blank posters. That can only mean one thing. There's a couple of them. Oh, okay, doesn't mean that we can't actually touch on these, and activates maybe 4 more of the mission things. Anyways, close the door, set it back down, lock, and then go. Brakes release, whoops, run away. Down the horn. Off we go. Once the brakes have released, they go for power now into the engine to start going. So how far? Quite acceptably as it has. Wheel slippage, so there's a little bit of power in there. Okay, that's better. Going down the hill, so with 10 mph speed limit, we'll stop the throttle. Just roll onto the track. And Minehead. So it's Blue Anchor. Hang on. Blue Anchor. Are we skipping this station then? Yes, we are. Okay, so skipping that. So we get straight to Minehead now. So it was just the one station between us and the end of the line. No real need for the destination Minehead to break on, but no real need for the initial lights. There goes. So 15 now glows in the dark. Those who use trains at night, especially West Somerset Railway, and that's there for you really. But for me, I'm quite happy as it is. Does they actually really have any nighttime services to West Somerset Railway? I mean, it's a heritage line as a result. I believe it's quite limited to daytime as well, between just like 9:45 and 6:30 really. It's the entire like each day. 6 journeys up and down different trains. In terms of nice little red glow actually now I'm fighting, but I mean in terms of like actual heritage railways, for me personally, the Telford Steam Railway is my favourite. I mean just the way it's all run together, how like homely friendly all the staff there are. I've not been to too many of these in my time, but with Telford, you go there, it's run by like 10 people, maybe 15 tops. There's a little steam gauge mini railway as well for people to ride on. Inside the cafe there's like a probably even smaller miniature railway village, and you buy one ticket for £2.50, and that gives you the entire day on the train. So take as many services as you want, go back and forth as much as you want. Ticket when I went on there, 22nd of April 2018, issued to terms and conditions, non-transferable. I mean it's dead cheap and you can ride it as many times as you want. So I think we went on there 1, 2, 3, 4, well, we took 5 journeys on it. 5 journeys in total. What was it for? 1, 2, 3, it's okay, we took 4 journeys on it. Corsay, Dorley Village and Spring Village. And if you're really desperate, or you can just ask, they also allow you to like ride in the brake wagon at the back. So rather than sitting in the Mark II passenger carriage, you can actually go enjoy the hot steam air in your face. So run down the line. And it just really is a nice little railway. Couple old railway stock just stuck on the side of the sidings really. There is an old actual diesel rail car. The destination line actually was for Huddersfield, so it was on the line one of the recent DLC, the Northern Transpennine. So yeah, it was definitely an old 101 there. Couple old steam trains, not sure how many of those were still like running, but they do have a couple of shows during the year. They do own a even bigger steam train, which always gets like put out on lease because their line isn't exactly the biggest. They put an 090 saddle tank on it, and every year around Christmas, so around this time, or earlier this time really, because today is 26th Boxing Day, they also have the Arctic Express going up and down. So Santa's railway basically. Get down to Spring Village. So yeah, start at Horsey Dorley, go to Spring Village, meet Santa there, go back in the train from the movie Arctic Express, which is definitely quite nice. Personally, I'm not a fan of that movie. I will be honest with you. I just find it I find it creepy, to be fair, more than anything. So it's not my go-to movie for Christmas, but I have seen it 1 or 2 times. If I'll say what my favourite Christmas movie is, it's probably the Grandma Written by a Reindeer. That one I try and watch once a year. Always succeeding, but hey. That's yeah. The Arctic Express is not my go-to Christmas movie. 5 miles per hour this bit, so lots of braking really. Recent brake again, and full throttle, and once the brakes have charged, it actually checks the light data. The blue light fault came on. That's just the engine basically managing itself to keep the power off while the brakes are still active. 33. While it's not exactly the most likely train in the world, British Rail, mechanically it was one of the most sound ones. Mine was fast against the front zero. Slight down over the track, but basically level, so we don't need any more braking or anything. Carry on its own momentum. Down to our last mile of the line, 2 miles to go. We have got the most functioning of the level crossings, since Minehead is actually still a major town here in south of England. Quite a few people do live there. And we have all those like other villages that we do go through during the Somerset Railway, but Minehead still actually is more of like a it is one of the largest centres down in the south of England. Not exactly as popular as, say, Oxford, Cambridge, those kind of places, but even in south of England as well, you have got places like, where did we go to? We've got Torquay, we've got Newquay, we've got, what's a really nice one up in the north of, I can't remember it. It's a very beautiful village. It has like the only timberland in Cornwall. Forgotten what the place is called, but it's a very nice little marina harbour kind of place. Picturesque. Went there in the summer 2 years ago now. Very, very beautiful place. Yards until we come to a halt, so it's the crossing. In fact, if we go up a line slight bit to the main crossing with the signals, because if you do live anywhere in the UK, this sound is it's basically the sound that gets on your nerves every time you hear it. There's a train a mile away. Oh no, I had national property close to actually slowing train down to stopping at the end of the line. Way too early, so we're actually putting more throttle in and actually go to the end of the platform, since I could end it there, but that just wouldn't be right basically. I did need to know that my braking isn't exactly anything great, anything to be proud of, so move forward. Yeah, they're all slipping, so throttle in. Padstow, that's it. Padstow's the place I went to with the very beautiful harbour. Try and remember that by the end of the line. Anyway, it's unlocked the right. We have that. Passengers now disembark on board, as they will do. And yeah, it brings us to an end what has been a rather nice little service, really. Indeed, this one's been tapped on, yes. The functioning little turntable there. Although, well, yeah, I say functioning. It is functioning. There is a way you can control it if I can find the place for it. I don't think I can, but oh no, there it is. There is just no real point to operating it because there are no other tracks on the turntable. So the cafe there is called the Turntable Cafe in like reference to it. But other than that, actually there is one function to it, and that is what it's doing right now, which is doing a full 180-degree turn, just to turn the entire area. Anyhow, the mission is going to make us sit here until 24 past. Probably this was just to close the doors and then end the mission there. So what I will do is just basically jump cuts until that point, otherwise I'm going to be talking for a good 3 minutes, with nothing but filler basically, which is not exactly anything people really want to hear. So yeah, quick jump cuts to the end of the mission, shall we? Here we go. Last couple of seconds until that. Objective complete. End of mission. Well done. That's it for this duty. So yeah, because he came here a little bit early, he's going to make us run down the clock basically. But that should be that. Secure loco. Okay, shuts down any active lights and control by parking brakes. So a few minor things we need to manage. Shouldn't take us too long. Headlight switch off. Marker lights off. Marker lights off. They've got the master key and throttle. Off. Master key set. Dislike the train. And then here we go, which is just that little spot over there. Objective complete. Achievement unlocks class 33 blue jackets. All stations we arrived within well, actually, yeah, Washington we arrived 3 minutes early, but otherwise we departed all on time for most of these. And yeah, quite a few good points on that as well. Time taken at 1 hour 11 minutes, so again, quite a long journey. But for the most part, it's a fun one. It is a fun one, and I do like the 33. Again, not the most iconic train in the UK, but it's still a classic. And so, yeah, that brings us to the end of today's mission. So like I said, every Tuesday we're going to do another West Somerset Railway Class 33 mission. That'll be for the next 3 weeks, so today, next week and the week after. And yeah, I hope you guys stick around for that. Other days we'll be doing other DLC packs, so do stick around for those as well. Otherwise, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.